Welcome to Cyberpunk 2077 mods. I'm Slothability, slowest man in Night City. First up, we have Car FOV Changer. By default, Cyberpunk locks your first-person vehicle FOV to around 55. This is pretty terrible and makes driving far less enjoyable. Avenir DE on the Nexus came up with a clever little program that fixes this. To make sure this mod works properly, put the Car FOV Changer exe on your desktop. I personally just put it on my taskbar for quick access too. Start up the game, and then immediately after, run the Car FOV Changer as an admin, set it to anything and enable the checkbox first. Once you get in-game, you'll be able to adjust the FOV of your car and see the changes in real time. I'll be demonstrating in windowed mode, but you could put the slider on a different monitor while your game is in full screen too. The lowest value you can set this at is 30, while the highest is 120. Anything beyond 80 looks a little stretched in my opinion, but I personally like having it somewhere between 70 and 74. Anything is better than the default 55 or whatever it is, and I'm really grateful for this mod, especially as someone who primarily rides motorcycles. Unfortunately, you have to start this program up after you load the game each time right now, but it's worth it for me and maybe for you too. Imagine needing a mod to walk in 2020 and 2077. By default, you're given the choice between speed walking and a marathon sprint. This makes it hard to navigate certain interiors or really appreciate all the interesting stuff you see in Night City. With this mod, you'll now have 4 different speeds to choose from, which I'll show you now. Holding V will activate a very slow walk. V and W will give you a slightly faster walk. Just holding W will give you the vanilla walk speed, and of course, you still have sprinting as usual. For dodging, you usually have to double tap your directional keys, which is easy to do by accident and honestly pretty damn annoying. With this mod, the double tap is disabled and you can pick any key you want to single tap dodge. By default, the keybind this mod gives is left control. You can easily go into the input configuration and change it to any key you want. I personally changed it to Alt. But you can easily make it something like your forward mouse button or backwards mouse button with mouse 5 and mouse 4. Keep in mind, you'll need to rebind whatever you end up picking in-game as well to avoid multiple things bound to the same key. Since I used Alt, I had to change my change weapons key to something else, and I changed the calling the car to B instead. Dodging is so much better with this mod, and I cannot recommend this enough. This mod may do way more than you want, but the mod author makes it easy to pick and choose pieces you like from it. I personally chose just to have a dedicated dodge and walk key, but you could pick so much more. If you're not a fan of the hard-coded F to interact and want it to be E, like in most other games, you can have that too. If you're not sure how to install this mod, find your Cyberpunk 2077 game folder. Navigate to the R6 and open the config folder. This is where the user input settings go, like from this mod. I recommend making a backup of your old settings and putting them in the folder if you decide this mod isn't for you. These quality of life changes are huge and in my opinion weird oversights from the devs, but hey, I'm used to games being improved or saved from mods on this channel. Feel free to subscribe for more modding videos if you enjoyed it, and give it a like. All of this helps me sleep better at night, knowing I'll be blessed by the YouTube algorithm someday. I see a bright future for modding in this game, so I'm looking forward to all the cool stuff modders cook up. I'll see you guys later.